What's going on, everybody? Hashtag Data Spartan back with a new video today. I am live here at Applied Net in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm joined by the man himself, Mr. Broker Brett, brokerbrett.com. Thank you for joining me, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, Lance, and I commend you for still being out on the road. ITC and American Agents was enough to knock me out. So
Yeah,
ITC to Applied's event, that's huge.
yeah, I was at ITC actually, and I walked 26 miles in 3 days, so that was fun.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. It kind of had us all over the place, but always so cool to meet people in person. Like I met Jamie from your team in person. That's awesome. To kind of bridge those Zoom and Slack relationships to real life is always much appreciated.
Exactly, man. Well, topic of today, I wanted to pick your brains. Everybody, would love to hear about this. It's really getting your idea of why in these leaner times, the brokerage model really is going to start showing its strengths. If you can kind of give some like background and context on that and why you think that is, I'd really love to dig into that today.
Yeah, I had never considered, the Fed interest rate, in returns on investments and how that cranks up, it ratchets down startup opportunities. But I can see, insurtechs getting sort of less clever and sort of rolling back to what had worked and why the industry's so great. And then I also see kind of carriers being open to some of the innovation and the data, that's became more readily available, and seeing the benefits of more connected ecosystems as well. So it's kind of funny. It's like the incumbents are trying to be startups, and the startups are trying to act like traditional smaller businesses, as they got to watch that bottom line a little tighter.
Yeah, interesting, man. So, what do you think's driving this trend? And what do you think sort of going to be changing over the next sort of 18 months?
I think that you're going to have to be a little bit more self-reliant. Like just having a lot of capital is not going to be your main competitive advantage anymore. And I actually think it's going to create healthier, more mature companies, rather than to spend a bunch of money on ads to have, client acquisition. It's not sustainable. We're going to have to figure out how to actually build functional mousetraps. I actually think we'll get smaller, but I think in that there'll be better long-term growth.
Interesting. So what, in your sort of travels, your sort of insights, what would be your sort of recommendation for people that are looking to either grow, sort of maybe shake things up in the business model and sort of, thrive into the kind of world that we're leading into?
So I always say I wouldn't pretend to have anything figured out. I've touched all types of insurance. I need to figure out what to keep clicking on to ring the cash register. But my 2 cents to like any founder is just like touch the actual policies as much as you can, sell the policies as much as you can, like live in the trenches and
Yeah,
really hear from people what's going on. And founders are going to operate different ways. And I definitely understand the work on the business, not in the business. But the more you can actually be there face to face with the client, alongside your guys, I think, or gals, I think you have a much better chance of, troubleshooting, problem solving. And I do understand that like fundraising is very complex and challenging as well. I don't want to put that light at all, but I think it's great to be out there in the field and mix it up.
yeah, absolutely. No, that's really, really good insight, man. So I think, if you can give like one nugget, like one thing that you're like, look, this is really, really impactful right now. This is what I see. What would that sort of be for anybody that's watching this video?
I always shoot to be sort of, I don't want to go too much in my own strategy, but not like in the herd, to be the other thing in the group, to try to find a unique value add that you can make in a place where you're not blending into everybody else. So I
Yeah.
would say just try to find where you can niche out, but also be a wrinkle in a traditional offering. I wish I could be more specific. I have a couple of things I'm working on, but for instance, I'll give it for instance, I like hanging around fintech sort of Slack and conversations in order to learn about insurtech. Try to go into environments that aren't necessarily your home turf, and I think you can find new opportunities.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, thanks so much for your insights, man. Love having you on. If you're watching, have you got some good value out of that? I drop these videos every Tuesday, so follow me if you are not following me. Connect with me if you're not connecting with me. Connect with Brett. He's a wealth of knowledge. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Cool. Thanks.